Israeli soldiers have killed a young man during a raid in the occupied West Bank. Family and friends gathered for his funeral near Nablus. He was killed when soldiers stormed the Balata refugee camp. Let's speak to Charles Stratford, who is live for us in Ramallah. Charles, can you tell us more about the circumstances around this young man's death?
Yes, that raid that you're referring to on the Balata refugee camp in Nablus, one of a number of Israeli military raids across the occupied West Bank, again throughout the night, from Nablus in the north to Hebron in the south. We're hearing in the last hour there's been quite a heavy Israeli military raid into the refugee camp of El Arub in Hebron. According to the Red Crescent, at least one person killed in that raid in Balata. The Red Crescent saying that they had members of their teams that were briefly detained as they tried to get to injured people inside the Balata refugee camp. There are also reports of raids in various villages, some close to here, in Ramallah, the village of El Azoun also. Another person injured in the village of Sebastia near Nablus. Now, you know, we've been seeing this now for weeks, ever since those Hamas attacks on October the 7th, the increasing intensity and frequency of these Israeli military raids every night across the occupied West Bank, as they hunt down what the Israeli military say are men suspected of being affiliated to or members of the armed Palestinian resistance. And just to give you an idea of context in relation to this potential captive to prisoner swap that we may or may not be seeing in the next couple of days. Now, the Israelis say that they are potentially prepared to release 150 Palestinian prisoners. Well, since October the 7th, in the occupied West Bank alone, these Israeli military raids have arrested at least 3,035 Palestinian people. That's on average around 65 Palestinians a night. So it just shows you what a small amount of prisoners potentially could be released in this swap for those captives coming out of Gaza, if indeed it happens. And to give you some numbers, updated numbers on the amount of people killed since October the 7th in the occupied West Bank, since October the 7th, that 17-year-old youth last night killed in Nablus means that 227 people have been killed, at least, including at least 50 children.
OK. Charles Stratford there for us in Ramallah with that update.